Hi, it's Trixie. I'm reporting to you live from Hollywood. And let me tell you, when people started to take Ozempic or Wegovy or all those, and ironically, the people I knew who were getting it had some kind of situation where they were, wealthy enough that they had private doctor situations. People don't even go to doctors' offices themselves. Doctors come to them. And that made the whole thing feel secretive. It felt elite. It felt inaccessible. It just didn't feel like it was maybe for everyone. And what's great is with Ro, getting your hands on Ozempic or Wegovy is, already enough of a hassle, and negotiating with your insurance provider should not be something else you have to worry about. But Ro is here. Ro's insurance checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. Ro can help you understand GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy and like which ones are right for you. All you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. Join over the 350,000 people who've trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/bald for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/bald to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. This episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Google Gemini. Do you have exams? Do you have essays? Deep breaths, people. Gemini Advanced is now free for college students in the U.S. Best part is the offer isn't just for finals this semester. Sign up before June 30th and you'll get free access all the way through spring finals of 2026. I love Gemini. I got the opportunity to work with Gemini before Gemini even came out, and I have been using Gemini ever since it came out. It is so amazing. If you're a student, I know that you're just thinking about stress right now and you have to chill out a little bit. And Gemini Advanced has Google's best AI models in 2 terabytes of storage. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more. Again, that's gemini.google/students. Terms apply. So this week on The Very Bald and the Very Beautiful, we have 2 actually beautiful people to go with 2 bald people. We are joined by 2 very special guests. Hilarious.
Read it as
written.
Hilarious comedians and stars of their hit new OUTtv show, Wish You Were Queer. It's Tim Murray and Michael Henry.
Oh, shit.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. I honestly feel like you guys are like us, where at this point, if people don't know you, they're actively avoiding you on the internet.
Yeah. They're homophobic.
It's a vendetta.
Yeah.
Because if you watch one Michael Henry video, YouTube every week is like, guess who's back in the house?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Not until you've watched it to the very end.
You can mute him as much as you want. He will pop back up.
Well, have you ever done a Michael video?
Oh, please be in one.
No.
She takes you to the park.
Yes.
Excuse
Lays down a blanket.
Yes.
Swear to God.
Swear to God.
Lays down a blanket because it's what? It's public domain.
I say so.
But it's daytime.
Okay. Daytime.
She's at the park at night.
I'm at the park
Okay.
at night, you know.
Well,
pushing the
I
cart.
film at the same parks that people cruise at night.
Such as.
The Poinsettia.
Poinsettia Park.
Well, that's a huge one.
Everyone
for
knows
cruising.
that.
And that's the gay
What about
kickball
Plumber
park,
Park?
too.
Yes. Plumber Park. I filmed there too. And then Pan Pacific.
Oh, yeah.
So everywhere you cruise, I film.
It's interesting.
And sometimes I film for my comedy skits
Exactly.
What about
Sometimes.
out-of-town cruising spots?
Those are permitted. So can't.
too. Well, you guys are doing this show where you travel. Can you tell Katie Bug about the show?
Yeah, I'm not bitter at all because I definitely did not have an OUTtv show ready to go at all. They just canceled it.
As if they could sell a show where you travel.
No, I did. No,
You at airports being mad?
No.
Eating pretzels and being pissed off?
Well, we
That's
do that.
literally what should be called. Wish
Going
you were,
into a bathroom and coming out because it's too full.
Yeah.
Wish you were queer and wish I was home.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
her. Wish I was home.
Wish I was home, Mo.
UTI.
Ugh, yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
How did you guys get the idea for this travel project?
It's basically our real life.
Yeah,
But
it's probably just like you guys. Like when you're on the road, we're like, okay, we're miserable and yelling at each other. Someone should put a camera on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you...
Go ahead. Sorry. No, you go ahead.
No, I already talked too much.
No, it's okay.
You're waiting for me to talk. She waits for me to talk and interrupts me. It's so fucked up.
So all like for real though, what is the most loathsome aspect of being on a plane or traveling to you? Specifically.
Yeah, don't say me.
It's him. It's him. I am like such a dumb Midwest bitch. I just don't like when people are rude.
Yeah.
Like just have like a little decorum, and it just gets like. Yesterday, I was waiting in line for the bathroom on the plane, and the man behind me, I like got out of the way so an old lady could walk, and he cut me in line and went to the bathroom before me.
Damn.
Yes.
He went in. He
blew
was
it up too.
He was
splattered it all
squatting in the urinal, taking
Yeah.
a big dump.
Stop farting and pooping on the plane.
Well, I have
It's
to go.
stinky.
Well,
Sorry. Thank you.
this can I also say the straight guys in the stalls, they are pooping like they are pushing the rock from Indiana Jones out of their ass.
And
It's
they-
like,
Yes.
Yeah. And they're doing it at like the more decimals, the better. Or decibels. Decibel. What's the one with the sound? Decibels.
I think
D-
it's
yeah.
that.
The louder, the better when it comes to like blowing ass in a public
Straight
bathroom.
men need to take Lamaze class so that they could poop easier.
This is a good idea.
and also Metamucil.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be soft serve, but it shouldn't be 2x4s,
I don't
blocks
think
of
it
wood.
should be anything. We're not doing number 2 in public.
Well, that's where
Well-
you.
Well,
That's where you
sometimes
lose
when you
me.
gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Okay, what about this then? Why? So like fancy places like those airport lounges often have a stall that has a door that goes right to the ground.
Hard for cruising.
Why do you
Yeah.
have 2-foot differential on
Well,
the
for the toe tapping.
and then 6 inches of that much like you can see everything.
6 inches is a lot.
It's for
I know.
and don't let anybody tell you different. 6 inches is
It's
big.
a lot.
And they're doing that toe tapping not for cruising, but they're playing Trixie's hits.
Yeah.
No, I think
tapping when
sometimes
they're
Tap in
blowing
my toe.
ass.
Well, I'll toe tap and people will be like, oh la la. Always French people. And they get French Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
la
love
la.
Austin Airport.
And they get under and they whip out the dick. And I was like, I was doing like stars twinkle bright. I was doing kind of a number.
Right.
Right.
That's what I figure.
Thank
I
you,
look-
Senator Larry Craig.
I've hooked up at an airport bathroom before.
You have?
In Philly.
What
Wow.
happened?
What happened?
You know, I mean, it was a grinder connection.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, did we
Give us a blow by blow, every single detail.
literally, it was on. Literally, I'm always on Grinder at airports. Literally, never hook up.
But nobody can host.
Well, unless you're at the bathroom at Philly Airport and you hook up with a flight attendant, they know the most discreet
You hooked up with a
terminals.
flight
The
attendant?
breastfeeding
Yeah.
bathroom.
I hooked up with a flight attendant.
That's a
once.
good spot.
family bathrooms.
You never fucked a flight
The
attendant?
unisex.
I've never fucked
It's
a flight
hard
attendant.
to not fuck a flight attendant in the gay world. It's
Yes.
half the
You have to
it's-
be actively avoiding it.
And
everybody's
I,
a hairdresser or a flight attendant.
I would honestly do it just to respect the job, the hustle. It's a bad job.
Well, I think it's okay if you're flying Delta. You can fuck Delta, but you can't do cross
because you won't get
generational.
points.
Right.
Betrayal.
You won't get the point.
You're,
I hooked up with a flight attendant once, and he told me that they are known to be slutty, and they call themselves air mattresses.
Yes,
Oh
they're
my
proud of
I
that
could see
title.
that.
That's
Yeah.
cunty.
I hooked up with a pilot one time.
See, that's hot.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
he went crazy
That's a
on
thing.
me.
What?
He went crazy. He sent me like the nastiest text message afterwards. That
They're
was
always drunk.
yeah. Now I'm like, it's full flight. Every time I get on a plane, I'm like, please don't let it be him.
Oh,
Because this man is crazy.
That's my thing. I don't want to hook up with a pilot because I don't want to hear any of the behind the scenes secrets.
No, I also don't
Yeah.
like it when pilots are not hot. If
Thank
you
you.
if
Okay.
you're getting off the plane and
Or
the
a
pilot is
woman.
not,
I was just
Oh.
gonna say, or trans.
And Michael is going to the front of the cockpit, and Michael is pulling down pants, and he's examining birth genders.
Yes.
and that's what our
Making-
show
yes.
is about. Tune in to OUTtv.
Yes.
So wait, your show's going to premiere on OUTtv, and you guys travel as comics in the show, but you
Yeah.
also take in the local color.
We sure do.
100%.
So basically, we go to you and we're like, we are the Timu versions of you guys. We're the
Yeah.
non-successful
We're the Timu versions of
Mumu.
us.
of your own selves. We're basically like, we are like,
Non-union.
stand-up, non-union, non-equity road gremlins. And we go to Trixie and say, please, for the love of God, produce our stand-up special. And she's like, you're funny in your clips and in LA, but are you funny everywhere else? And we
Yeah.
get in an RV and we drive through Middle America and do
Yes.
stand-up and try to get material from whatever
We
we
talk
see.
to local homos and see if they're interesting or funny, and then do stand up.
And when they're not, then we do stand-up.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than like when you do the comedy festivals, and which is fun, love that. But they make you sometimes before a taping, they put you on a show. It'll be like 10 random comics, and people come hoping to see Bill Burr or whatever.
Yeah.
And you walk out in drag or whatever, and you do the gay jokes.
Yeah, the
I
prostate
have never
jokes.
bombed like that in my life.
It's
Then when I
hard.
did Edinburgh Fringe Festival and I was on the lineup with like 10 straight comedians that were like, and there's all UK people. So they're like, what about the flats are so expensive?
Yes.
And I was in full witch drag. It was,
Why were you a witch? Are we doing Wicked?
I was doing
Yeah.
like
Why were you a
a,
witch?
yeah, I was doing like a,
Tim does this act where he can hear any alpha bus singing and tell you who it is.
I knew you weren't going to like that. I could see before
He's
your
like,
face even made a face. I was like, Katya's
Wait,
gonna
how many
walk out.
alphabets have there been?
Well, Delta
A
work to
lot.
Diet Coke is him.
Oh, okay. Well, we were watching Love on the Spectrum the other day, and there was a guy who could tell you what key every single
I saw
song
that
was in,
clip.
which was so impressive. to me.
Impressive.
Very
So are you
impressive.
saying I'm on the spectrum?
Yeah, I was like, how long
I'm
have you
getting
been autistic?
diagnosed.
Yes. No, so how many have there been?
Over, like, well, if you just do Broadway, there's been like probably 40.
40?
Oh yeah, baby.
so this
And
is
so
like that
Adina
guy
hasn't
with
been
the,
doing
this is
it on
actually more
Broadway?
impressive.
But then there's tours and there's Australia and there's UK. There's like a lot of them.
You know every single one?
I don't know that I know every single one. Hit it.
Wait, I was listening to Anna Gasteyer did it, and she was
Yeah.
talking about. Do you see the story she talked about? She talked about like 1 in a million things happen on stage where the alphabet won't go up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then, instead of her going in the air and the audience being like, "Wow," the people of Oz with the staffs throw themselves on the ground and pretend she's in the air. Imagine you go to see Wicked and you're like, "Watch this, bitch." Your mother-in-law, whoever, you're like, "Watch this."
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just stands on the
Cunty.
ground
Yeah.
and goes,
Cunty.
"Ah," like.
Yeah.
Well, we did that in our show when the few venues that wouldn't allow flight, we had to do a Barbie doll.
Okay,
Humiliating.
We were in
That is
Australia,
humiliating.
and some of the venues said you can't fly Katya for Wind Beneath My Wings.
Are you joking? You fly
Because-
in the show?
No, I get lifted up, like pretty high though. Yeah,
She flew
I'm
every
asleep.
night. $2,500
Yeah.
a night plus insurance.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it was like an extravagant.
It was
like-
the most expensive thing in our
So
show.
why wouldn't some of the venues allow this?
well because they didn't have the hardware.
Yeah.
Or they didn't have
Right.
the it's 'cause
You
it's
guys are really playing better venues than some. I try to do a
not in
track-
Wollongong.
Yeah.
Wollongong, not in Christchurch,
Yeah.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
not in Hobart,
No.
Tasmania.
We're just lucky if we have a toilet in our green rooms.
100%. Sometimes that is our green room.
We
is
didn't have
the
a toilet. Wow.
Yeah.
Boop.
We didn't have a toilet at World of. Well, we would have to get in drag and go up to the 4th floor. But in the basement where we filmed, no
No
urinal,
toilet.
no nothing.
No.
We'd be in drag peeing outside most of the time
Yeah.
on Hollywood Boulevard,
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
wall,
In the blazing sun.
in drag.
I used to go to the bar across the street, Borders.
Borders,
Love it.
yeah.
Amazing nachos.
And a great goth night, I believe.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Something for everybody.
Yeah. Mhm.
We don't, basically, we're on that tour. Instead of the audience, the fans who've seen Katya do Wind Beneath My Wings and fly, they're like, "This is gonna be great."
Yeah.
So they get there, and instead of Katya going in the air, they black out the stage. They cut to backstage, a Barbie doll on fishing line and a live camera feed, and they just lift it up.
That
in the
is
air.
pretty funny.
That's
though.
even
She
better.
was wearing the same outfit. So I feel like
Okay.
it's like
That's
Similar.
incredible, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
it
It's
was really
incredible,
humiliating.
kind of.
It was humiliating and a huge letdown.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
incredible, kind of.
Well, at least you're doing
It's
that.
low key amazing.
Kind of.
Amazing.
Very low key,
It's
amazing.
somewhat awesome.
It's somewhat actually kind of fierce.
I did a show where I had doing musical comedy, musical tracks, and the guy could not figure out how to press the space bar to press play.
yeah.
I was just doing crowd work for like 15 minutes while I was like, "Randy, you got it yet?" No.
We were at a venue once, and I know his cues, and he's queued up, ready to do his number, and the sound person's just eating chips. Chip. I had to go up to him and be like, hit the button. See,
While
so
I'm
that's-
literally like, hit from
the
stage,
button.
hit
Yeah.
the button.
There have been sometimes where if you fly in, you have to do a morning tech check like that with your gig. If you have like one show where it's just you and there's certain cues, but you're using local people, and then sometimes they're so off that you go, "This person is homophobic
Yes.
or
Yeah.
an alcoholic
Yeah.
or both."
Both. Yeah.
Yeah.
New
I
York.
bet if I look over to you and I better see. You better be
Better be a
so
good
in
excuse.
Active addiction.
Yes, you
Yeah.
better be in the throes of stage 4 something.
Yeah.
Because we did a sound check. That's what pisses me off sometimes. It's like, what was the sound check for? Or sound check for?
Yeah. Oh.
Just for the fun of it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's nothing worse than like the double whammy of homophobia and incompetence.
Yeah,
that
that's
really
bad.
sucks.
I did
Yes.
one recently where his kid was there with him, and my show was like very crass.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
"Hey, I'm just gonna wait until he." He was like, "No, he's gonna be here the whole time." I was like,
How old?
28.
He's not ready.
He's not ready to hear what I have.
No.
He's
So
not
how come
ready.
you never went in the air?
Went in the air?
Yeah,
You
like
didn't fly.
you don't want to
Well,
fly.
each of the wires were tested for 2,000 pounds. And I still didn't want to chance it. I still didn't
Yeah.
want to chance it. She was pushing it.
Yeah,
You know.
there were some times where I could feel a strain.
Well,
Yeah.
she was
Strain
like,
on the
I had this
hardware.
idea for the show where I fly every night. And they said, oh, yeah, it costs about $2,500 an evening. I said, what are your other ideas? But then it ended up being like the best part of the show every night.
But also 2,500 plus the whole a dedicated person.
You have to fly with a person to
Yeah.
do that. And didn't you
Oh.
have to sound check it every
Tandem?
day?
Yeah.
She had to do it every day before
Although
the show.
I ended up not doing it, and people got a chance to go up. Like crew members would be like, "I'm gonna go up." Yeah,
It's me.
it's really hard on your pussy.
I would
Right.
Yeah.
imagine.
I-
A lot of
Pink
things
must go
are.
through a lot. You know what I mean?
No, 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 no.
No.
Do you guys think in season 2 you guys will get to go on the Blue Origin?
But I hope. And
Wait,
I
what is
wa-
that?
The
That
space-
Gail
the
King,
women's space
hello.
flight.
Only if she calls me a faggot on live TV.
Wasn't
You
that
know,
amazing?
was-
She
you
said
saw when
faggot on
she did that.
TV
To whom?
to
Mateo
Mateo
Lane.
Lane.
Who?
Gail King called
Gail
Mateo
King
Lane.
called Mateo Lane a
On live
faggot?
On live
TV, you
TV.
missed this?
You missed this? It was
Right
amazing.
Roll
before,
the
she,
clip.
right before she went in space, she
What did
said,
she-
bye,
what did
faggot.
It was the last thing. It was the last thing she said on
Shut
it.
up, you piece of
We're
shit.
not
Where
lying.
am I lying?
He says faggotry in his stand-up special.
And she's quoting him. She's like, what the faggotry is this? On Good Morning
On Good
America.
Morning America.
That's actually so fair.
That's
so
amazing.
fierce.
How did I miss that? Damn.
Sometimes lately I'm trying to pick like I was talking to Drew Afwalo and I was like, I think you could say faggot. She was like, I think I could. She said, but I won't. She's like, gay guys always tell me that I'm allowed, but I'm not going to.
I allow it. I love it.
Don't
We tried
take
to
the
get
bait.
we tried
Don't
to get
take the
my
bait.
mom to say it on episode 1. He kept going up to my mom and be like, "Will you," and the cameras were
Yeah.
rolling. You're like, "Will you say cunt?" And she was like,
No!
Hi, it's me, a little girl. When you open a Chime checking account, you're one step closer to a better financial future. With no maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Making progress has never been easier. Tee-hee-hee. And if you ever want to access your pay before payday, you can use My Pay to get up to $500 of your pay before payday with no mandatory fees or interest. Something I really like about Chime is that there's no overdraft fee up to $200. And I overdraft a lot because I don't have much money, because I don't have a job, because I'm just a little girl. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion with Spot Me. Overdraft up to $200 without fees with Spot Me when you set up qualifying direct deposits. I like Spot Me because sometimes I borrow from my mom, but she lives in a different house than my dad. But they said it's not because of me. Chime never charges fees or interest for using Spot Me. Just set up qualifying direct deposits, sign up for Spot Me, and Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. Make progress toward a better financial future with Chime. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/bald. That's chime.com/bald. Chime. Feels like progress.
Banking services and debit card provided by Bancorp Bank, N.A. or Stride Bank, N.A. members FDIC. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. My Pay eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range $20 to $500. $2 fee applies to get funds instantly. Chime checking account required. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
This episode is brought to you by Ritual. It's springtime, and summer is right around the corner. And you know what that means? Swimsuit season is upon us. Let me tell you a little tale. Imagine that it's the peak of summer. You've just purchased a gorgeous little pair of blood-red swim trunks, and your backpack cooler is filled to the brim with refreshing beverages. You get to the beach, take off your shirt, and you look down as your face is filled with terror at what you see. Instead of a wonderful view of your newly developed six-pack abs, you're met with the sight of a gassy, distended belly. You've spent all that time doing crunches and leg lifts, yet you totally forgot about your gut microbiome. This year, don't let the flora and fauna in your gut ruin your day at the beach. Instead, try Ritual. With Ritual Symbiotic Plus, a 3-in-1 supplement of clinically studied pre, pro, and postbiotics, you can help support a balanced gut microbiome with daily use. Most people don't know the difference between prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. You may think they're all the same thing, but you'd be horribly mistaken. While different, they actually work together in perfect harmony. Probiotics contain the live microorganisms themselves, the kind that make up a flourishing microbiome. Prebiotics contain the nutrients those microorganisms need, and postbiotics are natural byproducts that support the gut barrier. In just a few short weeks, Ritual's Symbiotic Plus helped me transform from a gassy sand creature to the undisputed queen of the beach. And it's not just me screaming from the coast about Ritual. In a study that modeled the human colon, Symbiotic Plus increased the growth of beneficial bacteria and microbial diversity. It's designed with a delayed release capsule to help reach the colon, not the stomach, an ideal place for probiotics to survive and grow. All it takes is one daily mint-scented capsule for simple, streamlined gut support. Plus, it's vegan-friendly and formulated without GMOs, major allergens, animal products, shady fillers, and artificial flavors. So get your gut going. Support a balanced gut microbiome with Ritual Symbiotic Plus. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/bald. That's ritual.com/bald for 25% off your first month.
What was the highlight of the trip, your stand-up tour?
We ate really good hot dogs in Columbus.
Oh, really?
That
we
was
really
something.
did. That was good.
No,
We wrangled alligators.
Wrangled alligators near Pensacola.
You wrangled?
Alligators.
Wrangled.
Yeah.
I'm not big ones, but yeah,
I
like
did-
small ones.
I DJ'd in Pensacola last year and it was like 98 degrees
No.
outside.
Nick
Suicidal.
Lachey.
I
Yeah.
love
Nick
Pensacola.
Lachey?
98 degrees.
Girl, guess what happened to us in Columbus?
What?
Nazi March. We weren't.
Oh,
in
yeah.
It. We weren't
yeah.
in it.
Okay.
We weren't
No,
in it.
no,
Okay.
we
That's
did
a
not
different
take part.
thing.
We abstained.
We were in Columbus, and Fina,
Yeah, that's right.
hair and makeup assistant, sent us a video of. This is not reflection of Columbus, but that day there
Yeah.
was a white supremacy march,
like unambiguous Nazis.
and Columbus Twitter, which I'm on, was like, "This is horrible. This does not represent us." But they sure were just marching,
Yeah.
and we were like, "We're here, folks.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here. That's we're here.
That's we're here."
Yeah.
We're like the opposite of we're here because we are not going and making people's lives
We
better.
need help.
We need
Yeah.
their local
yeah.
help.
Yes.
Are you there? Maybe that's
We're
the better one. Yeah.
We're there, but
Yeah.
not mentally.
I could have
Yeah.
never done we're here. The way they would go and have
In
these
an RV.
they have these conversations where they get called basically everything but faggot on camera, and they play it cool and they try to like relate.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be that.
Yeah. Also, I can't get that earnest, and I don't care about people's lives that much.
Yeah. No.
You know, like, oh, bring a book.
Yeah.
And we don't subscribe to like, I'm sorry that metastasized, but you should put on a wig. We don't do
The
that.
key to cancer is a wig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not only,
It's a beat.
but it's also
a
fierce
fresh beat.
lashes.
Yeah.
It's also fierce lashes.
It's
Yeah.
cunty choreo.
Yeah.
It's cunty choreo.
yeah.
That's for IBS.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
that's faggotry.
Yeah. Your
I'm
father
joking.
hates you. Put on some shoes. Like
Yeah.
what? It doesn't make any sense.
Did you guys pull a lot of do sex stuff on the road?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Atlanta BJ Roosters. Ever been?
What do you think? Atlanta BJ Roosters?
Honey.
What is it?
That's my
It
drag
is-
name.
Atlanta BJ Roosters.
I'm telling you, everywhere I go, I'm promoting BJ Roosters.
What
This
is
is true.
it?
It
What
is
is
a male strip club.
Oh, so that probably I've been to the
Swingin' Richard.
Swingin'
Swingin'
Richards.
Richards from
Well,
now
this is what it's
Okay.
remixed
BJ
into.
Roosters.
This
So
is-
there's a cock theme I'm sensing.
And balls.
Cock and balls.
What do they do?
Full nude,
Full
fully
new.
Yeah.
They can be.
Whole
There's private
spread?
dances. There's the biggest penises I've ever seen in my entire life are at
Get out of here.
And they
Trimix.
fly.
BJ Roosters. They
Trimix?
fly. Yeah,
They fly.
$2,500 to get a
$2,500.
You think they're doing trimix?
Trimix?
100%.
What is that?
That's when
Yeah.
you inject your dick.
It's like
with,
Weetabix.
yeah. And you have to do a Afrin to make it go down.
Yes.
Honey.
And it's an antihistamine.
Wait,
It
you have
won't go down?
You have to.
If it's up for
The
more than 6
antidote.
to 8 hours.
I
yeah.
need one. These ones wake me up. These ones put me down.
ones get the voice.
And all your hookups have to lay down on the ground, like in Defying Gravity. Look up as you go
Uh-huh.
down.
We went. Katya and I went to Swingin' Richards
Love.
once with like a big group of drag queens,
Mm.
and
It was fun.
I don't like to tip, but I want to support them.
You
so
wanna
I would
support the
give
girls.
Katya the money, and
Uh-huh.
then she would tip them. It was very roundabout, sort of through the sheet, sort of handmaids.
Got
Very,
it. Yes.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Under
all
his
about
eye.
it.
I love it.
I
Too.
love
He
it.
whacked my hat off with his dick, like, and it flew like 30 feet.
Oh yes.
They also were doing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say in Montreal, they have a similar situation. I got a lap dance from this one dancer. When he was taking off his underwear, his dick was so hard it flung pre-cum in my face.
Oh my god.
And that's the sort of
Yes.
quality programming.
You
that-
were in
that
one of
we're
those
doing.
like
Oh,
plastic
I was
aprons
like-
that said "Let's get
It
cracking"
got
with a
my
lobster
hat
on it.
off,
Uh-huh.
basically.
Uh-huh.
Okay, when
Oh
the
my
guy
God.
stood up and took the penis and he went like
Stood up
this
the penis.
and hit her
Yeah,
hat
hit the
off her
brim.
head.
Yeah.
We're doing tricks.
Yeah, it was
We're
very
doing
Cirque du
circus.
Soleil.
She
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
just had brain surgery, so
Yeah. No,
that
I
was
just went to Turkey.
exposed brain.
I just come back from Turkey. All my bloody plugs were showing.
They all fell out. That's how her plugs fell out. I went to that one in Montreal too with Mateo Lane,
Mhm.
and you guessed it, Nicole Byer, the other
Yeah.
gayest man I know.
Is that the one where they have like mermaid men in the fish tank?
This one, it really lacked a
I don't
theme. They didn't come out as like a firefighter or whatever.
Mm.
They came out in like a t-shirt and jeans
Oh.
and
Okay.
put on like, if you want my body, and just slowly took the clothes off, but not even that slow
But I
enough.
kind of,
Oh.
yeah. Well, there's one there. I think it's called Campus. And they go out, do a number where they're clothes and real enthusiastic. And then the next one, they're just fully naked
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Not
so
so
they
much
get two
magic Mike,
numbers.
just like Mike.
and no
Yeah.
magic.
And no magic.
And no magic. You guys, did you get to go to a lot of gay bars on your trip?
We went to a lot of gay bars. In
Oh.
Louisville, there's like not a whole lot to do, so it
We
was all
oscillated
gay
between
bars.
the two.
Yeah, we just went to both.
Play, right?
We didn't go to those. We went to. Have you ever been to like actually kind of cool strip of like houses? They're like old like Victorian houses that they've turned into gay bars. It's kind of neat.
I
We're-
went to one in
in
Memphis.
Louisville?
Yeah.
We went to a dentist.
It's
that
not
was
like
in
the
a house.
downtown
Dentist
area.
house that was
Yeah.
a gay bar.
There was the houses, and one of the houses was turned into a dentist's office.
And there was a
Oh.
murder, a famous gay murder, like right around the corner. Everyone in town wanted to tell us about it. A threesome
Famous.
where they
gay
put.
murder.
Was it meth?
No, of course it's got to
I'm
be.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Why else do gay people kill each other?
Right.
In P-Town, when Peaches Christ and I shared a house one summer, they were like, oh, that's the house last year where someone cheated on his husband and then chopped the arms off and let the body lay in the closet. And Peaches Christ was like, that's amazing. You know, she's into creepy stuff.
I
She
love
was
that
like,
too.
I love that kind of thing too. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think about you every time I'm in P Town and that the summer that you did there. It's so hard.
3 summers. It is
Dick Dog
hard.
still there?
Mm,
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
She's still there.
Did you guys ever go to the Dick Doc?
I, sure
I
did.
haven't been to the Dick Dog.
Honey, I was there every night. Loved
Sucking
it.
Dick and cock.
Honey,
Okay, pull yourself together, man.
hold on.
She's reliving it. Sense
I had
memory.
I had a great time, but I use teeth on guys' dicks sometimes.
Oh,
On
you're a
purpose?
chomper.
I can't help it.
Chomp.
And
Yes, you
once-
can.
I can't help it. My mouth only opens so big. I've got big teeth and a small mouth.
Okay.
But one guy flinched so hard. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. I just want to get in the water and swim to Boston. I was like,
Damn.
it was like, come on, don't do this. Don't do me like
Don't do this to me. Don't do this.
to me.
Don't do this to me.
Don't leave me this way.
I mean, I gave a blowjob to a guy with brace. I had braces on. My first one. It was not exactly the texture.
Leg
He was
braces?
Just, he was just.
A back brace,
Yeah.
a leg brace.
Suck, Forrest,
Suck,
suck.
dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here.
Oh my God.
Dear God.
Oh shit. You know
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
Forrest Gumpism is? I think of this all the time. Seats taken.
Seats can't sit here.
Can't
Jenny.
sit here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's her name who plays Jenny?
Robin Wright.
So beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
stunning.
So beautiful.
When I was
Giving
a-
very much
AIDS
Jewel at that
dies of
time.
AIDS in that
Mhm.
movie, I believe.
In the movie.
When I was
Sure does.
when I was a kid, I would reenact the scene when she's on the ledge and the high
Yes.
heels, like
So
slipping.
glamorous,
That
though.
scared the
Oh,
shit out of
like
me.
Ooh, this
disco
is gay.
coked out. That was cunty. I
Gay
love
coded.
that. Yeah.
And I like that it doesn't glamorize it. It's like, damn.
No,
Are you
it
kidding
was-
me? That was the most
I-
glamorous thing I've ever
That's
seen.
what I was just gonna say. She was like having a great time New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Beautiful heels.
Halter top, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah.
Beautiful gown.
Yeah.
I do
Beautiful
like when
gowns.
Forrest buys her childhood home and then I think has it bulldozed.
Yeah.
That's horny.
That is-
That's hot.
Because her
yeah.
dad was like a horrible abuser.
Yeah.
It's so sad when he goes to talk to the grave and tell her about how beautiful her son is.
Okay, I start sobbing right here now. It's so
It's
so sad.
Tom Hanks, did you know this? Did you know this? They cast the actor who played him young, and the actor had an accent. So Tom Hanks added the accent to the character to match
That
the
is
kids.
great. Did
Haley
you also
Joel
know
Osment.
it wasn't supposed to be Tom Hanks?
It was supposed
Roseanne Barr.
I was gonna say a woman too.
Well, you heard that Julia Roberts was supposed to play Harriet
Lieutenant
Tubman.
Dan. Oh. No.
I swear on my life.
No, that's actually true.
Who was supposed to be what?
Julia Roberts.
Harriet Tubman.
This is actually true.
in the 90s.
The black woman?
yes.
Bob the drag queen, get in here, open
Let's
the
take
book.
a break.
Open the book. Isn't that crazy?
If and when they make if and when they make Bob the drag queen's Harriet Tubman
Biopic?
live in concert into a film,
Mm.
obviously Julia
Julia
will be getting
has
the
to.
call.
Or
She'll
Patty
get the call.
Arquette.
Patty
Patty
Arquette.
Oh, she could do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Of course.
She could do anything.
Leslie
Yes.
Jordan turned 70 yesterday.
Oh.
But,
Posthumously.
okay, posthumously, I was going to say.
What an icon.
Seriously.
What age do you guys want to die at?
19.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you could choose today.
I want to die. I want to die before it gets real crypt keeper.
But how are you gonna know?
You'll see it in the
I'll
mirror.
let you know.
I know, but you have to,
You'll let
Yeah.
me know.
if you had to choose right now the age, what would it be?
I want to die at 78.
Oh, okay.
I want
You think that you're not going to be approaching Crypt Keeper by 78? As
Honey,
a white person lives in California?
I get my Botox in Ohio from a girl I went to high school
Is
with.
that a flex?
And Janice knows what's up. It is a flex. And it's cheap. At the Kroger.
Yeah.
She gives me my Botox at the Kroger.
Well, you know they're doing Holtox now.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna get Holtox in Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the Fisher?
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you for asking.
Anal
No
paralytics.
complaints.
Anal paralytics.
When do you want to die?
I will. If I had to pick an age today, I'd say 65.
65.
I've had
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
okay to
That's
is it
enough.
okay to get Botox at home? Is that what you're doing, or you go to an office?
I go to an office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an Office Max. It's like her real. It's
My
like
first-
She's a real doctor.
It's
She's
like
a real
when they have the
doctor.
Carvel ice cream cake in the Dunkin' Donuts, right?
My,
That's too
The
far.
Baskin Robbins. I
Yeah.
mean.
my first dose of the COVID vaccine, I slept with a pharmacist,
Oh.
and he was like, "Well, I can get you your vaccine. You can either come get it, or you can meet me at my house, and we have like an hour before it goes bad."
Oh, that's cunt.
You
So,
really
We
cheated
gotta
the
wrap
system.
up the hookup. After the hookup, it was like, normally there's cash on the table. It was like, well, let's do your poke.
It's like Pfizer or Moderna.
Right.
Thank you.
Johnson,
Pfizer?
and, Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
honey.
saying?
Oh.
Hello.
Johnson and Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squarespace, baby. Today's Bald and Beautiful is brought to you by our friends at Squarespace. I am planning an event right now. This is not a lie. I am planning a party, and I have never in my life had to worry about certain things like, it's a birthday event, but I'm like, who's going to be the photographer? I only know nightclub photographers, How are we going to deal with music? How are we going to deal with, catering or whatever? And thank God these amazing vendors in the world who do music or tailoring or photography or modeling, whatever. People have amazing websites that they've personally made using Squarespace, and it makes you, the consumer, feel very affirmed in your shopping experience. You're basically shopping for somebody's services, and a great website can help paint that picture. There's some amazing design intelligence features with Squarespace. It's cutting edge AI that unlocks your creative potential. Because let's be honest, if you're a professional puka shell necklace maker, wouldn't you rather spend most of the day doing the art? You know what I mean? No disrespect to the art of creating websites, but if you're not a website creating specialist, it's great to be able to plug in and use some of these like templates, for example, and it's just super easy. I also have to tell you, there's also analytics tools, which we love. I mean, in Team Trixie world, we always love to see how something's doing. And insights give you ideas on the top traffic sources. They let you know how your reach is growing, what people are clicking on. I mean, all this data is so important to scale your business because what's that saying? You can't see the forest through the trees. Running a business is really being up in the woods, and you can't really get a lay of the land. These analytics really help you see your business the way somebody else's eyes would see your business, and it's super helpful. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/bald to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Go over to squarespace.com and use the coupon code BALD to get 10% off your first website or domain. Squarespace, baby. Hi, it's Trixie. I'm reporting to you live from Hollywood, and let me tell you, when people started to take Ozempic or Wegovy or all those, I remember it was like, kind of felt like it broke in this area of the world. And the only people I know who had it at first were like the most famous people I knew, and they were the most secretive about it. It was such a crazy time, and it seemed so inaccessible for everybody. And ironically, the people I knew who were getting it had some kind of situation where they were, wealthy enough that they had private doctor situations. People who don't even go to doctors' offices themselves. Doctors come to them. And that made the whole thing feel secretive. It felt elite. It felt inaccessible. It just didn't feel like it was maybe for everyone. And what's great is with Ro, getting your hands on Ozempic or Wegovy is, already enough of a hassle, and negotiating with your insurance provider should not be something else you have to worry about. But Ro is here. Ro's insurance checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. Free 99. I mean, I think we all live in America here. Like free is not something you hear very often, but here it is. Ro can help you understand GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy and like which ones are right for you, you know, in correlation with your goals. And that's just the beginning, because if you're eligible for GLP-1s and you want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. I mean, listen, if you're on a personal weight loss journey, you got enough to worry about, okay? Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals and your budget. Plus, Ro members have support through the process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions. Join over the 350,000 people who've trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/bald for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/bald to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for a black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. This episode of Bald and the Beautiful is brought to you by Google Gemini. I mean, Gemini could do pretty much everything except sit here and do a podcast. It is amazing. Do you have exams? Do you have essays? Deep breaths, people. Gemini Advanced is now free for college students in the U.S. Best part is the offer isn't just for finals this semester. Sign up before June 30th and you'll get free access all the way through spring finals of 2026. I love Gemini. I got the opportunity to work with Gemini before Gemini even came out, and I have been using Gemini ever since it came out. It is so amazing. I love it for fact-checking boring stuff. Now that I'm driving, I love it for being like, oh, hey, can you help me figure out where I should stop for gas? Can you help me figure out what's a good halfway point between these two places? If you're a student, I know that you're just thinking about stress right now and you have to chill out a little bit. And Gemini Advanced has Google's best AI models in 2 terabytes of storage. I wish I would have had this in college, even just for time management. You guys, I have opened my fridge and told Gemini what ingredients are in there, and Gemini has told me what to make. One time, I only had 1 avocado, and I said, how do you make guacamole with only 1 avocado? And Gemini told me exactly how much of other stuff to put in there. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more. Again, that's gemini.google/students. Terms apply. Did you guys tour in a bus?
An RV?
An RV. I drove the RV.
No, you didn't.
I drove it
Yeah.
and I crashed it into
Oh, wait.
Thank
a
God,
parking
because she
garage.
wants to get one. You tell her the horse.
Do not.
Why would
That
you
you
do
would
it?
drive?
Well, do it.
Yes.
It's great if someone else is driving.
He had a great time.
Was it a Class B?
Pardon me?
So you didn't have to get a special
No, he
license?
didn't need another license
I
for it.
no. I
Or if he
no.
did, he
Oh,
didn't do it.
really?
Or
Class
maybe I
B.
should have.
Under
That's-
36 feet and under 26,000 pounds, you don't need a special license.
No, tell me, why do you want an RV?
To experience freedom and not have to use hotels.
This was not freedom.
This wasn't freedom.
No, this was prison.
This will make you want a hotel.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Who
well,
drove? Just you.
Just me. He doesn't have a license
Fierce.
at all.
I don't
Michael,
want that.
Don't ever get one.
What's the point?
Thank you.
I mean,
The point is that you could drive some of the time. It would help me out a lot.
see, you're not selling it on me.
Well, you were supposed to take the bus today, and then I heard you say that you took an Uber.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's always
So
trying
you're
to
not,
get on the
you're not
bus.
rebuking vehicles. You're not
I'm not.
Amish.
I don't have a thing against vehicles.
He has a
It's
thing
me being
against-
behind the wheel.
Right.
I think that's a great. I think that's an admirable virtue.
No one's ever really asked me to do it.
You can't even suck dick without biting. So, like, what are we going to let you
Yeah.
on the freeway? Damn.
I don't care that I use teeth. It's almost
But
their
do they
problem.
care?
Yeah,
A
they
lot
care.
of people, I feel like here though, that would be like a hit
I've had guys.
because people are very into like
well, I've had guys
all the
ask me to chomp.
chompy.
Yeah, they said you bite it harder.
Yeah.
This is in the bathroom
Shut
at the
the
Eagle.
fuck
Bite it
up.
like a dog bone.
100%.
Yeah.
What's the worst hookup you ever had?
How much time you got?
God, I don't know if it's like what's the theme?
Biting.
A biting,
Yeah.
Or just not like horrifying, but just like it was just like that was just not worth my time.
I mean, so many that your brain like shreds the information.
You're right. I think you're right. I
Don't
don't
you
even.
like sometimes we leave the hookup, you can feel your brain putting it through the shredder.
Yeah.
That's-
Forget
that
it.
hasn't
Set it and
happened.
forget it.
You know, for me though, it was back in when I was doing like the kind of hooker thing in drag, and like the third guy of the night was never a good one.
Yeah.
it was
yeah,
always
yeah.
like what are you doing, mama?
That's where it ends.
3 in
yeah.
a row.
Did you
can't-
come 3 times?
No, I didn't come in all the whole night. But the third guy who would come over would inevitably be so drunk.
Do you come in drag, or is that like not affirming? Do you know what I mean? If you're like pussy and you're feeling it, are you like, oh, don't do that? No.
No. I just like to have them walk away with me still wanting them. You know what I mean?
100%.
They want them
yeah.
wanting more.
I think that's
Yeah.
beautiful. And also then you're not in drag mopping your, like you're not.
Girl, because honestly, the curlers would be my hair blowing on hot tea, pointing at the door.
Yeah.
I'd be so ready for them to leave.
I had
But that third guy he wanted me to do coke on his wiener. That's not a thing.
It's also so.
I wish.
What did you see this on TV?
yeah.
When 5?
Did you watch Casino or something?
someone
This
did
is
that.
crazy.
Someone did that to me in Vancouver 6
It's
months
stupid.
ago.
Well, wasn't
It was
more-
awesome. I'm sorry. It was
They,
great.
they wanted a line, but they got a bump.
And I can prove it, right?
Can you get an STI from that?
No, from someone snorting.
I mean,
do they have an STI in their nose?
it's just like not very. It's not a suitable surface to like. You're wasting drugs.
Well, speak
Yeah.
for yourself.
And what happens when they take out the
What is
razor and they're
extremely
like,
flat?
you know,
Yeah.
My dick is long, hard, and flat.
you,
like
do
the
the,
earth.
you do the trimix first, and then your dick is marble,
Yes.
and then you can pretty much take
Okay.
a Hattori Hanzo sword and chop up the cocaine, and no one gets hurt.
Here we go.
Oh wait. Oh wait. I have a bad hookup story. It's brief though. They left to go get Trimix, and they came back and ignored me. In
What
my
are you
own
talking about?
home.
Ignored you.
Threesome, but two
Oh,
of the guys
yeah.
like it started out fine, and then like they came back and basically ignored me in my own home.
Wow.
Humiliating.
Don't you
Yes.
think drugs are the
I've
harbinger
been
of a
there,
bad
though.
hookup? Though?
Humiliating.
Yeah,
What-
drugs are.
People aren't really at their best sexually on drugs. Like that's kind of the
That's
harbinger
true.
of bad
I mean,
hookups.
but drugs are not.
But I mean,
like drugs
drinking
don't make
too.
you rude.
Yeah.
I guess, but
Not
who's, like,
necessarily. I mean, they just
whose
make you
best self
wild.
is drunk. Having
Some
sex?
of the
Nobody,
best sex
nobody.
I've ever had, I've been wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they.
Some.
I'll do
Some.
anything. I'll
When-
do anything
when-
if I'm wasted.
When did you become like very?
turn.
I feel
ran
that you
through.
have more sex than most people.
Who, him?
Would you
Yeah.
just
Me?
Would you describe yourself as ran through?
I would.
Yeah. Turned
Yeah.
out.
Turned out.
I think that's the
wait,
fantasy he's trying to perpetuate.
No, I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things. I don't do them well. But if you're drunk, you don't remember that you did it bad.
That's true.
If you like my dick biting, you're gonna love what my ass does to you.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
my anus has teeth.
Aren't you married?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't.
No.
That are you open?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, did you want to come forward about the cheating on the pod?
Yeah,
or...
the cheat.
Yeah, actually, Michael, if you're watching this, I'm the one that gave you gonorrhea from the guy in Vancouver.
I saw pictures from your beautiful wedding on the internet.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was really something else. He's great.
Did you cry?
I could not stop sobbing.
I know.
Yeah. I
Michael,
could not
were
say
you
he's
there?
really
I was there.
He
I
was
was in the
there.
vows, Mama.
he was in the vows.
You were in the vows.
Yeah. What did I say? I said I was sobbing, crying, and I was like, this is so meaningful to tell all of these people. What did I say? Like
All
that
my
I,
friends and
all
family.
to tell you that I love you in front of all my friends and family and even Michael Henry.
That's
Yeah.
fierce.
Very.
It was fun.
Did
yeah.
you wear a dress or something?
I didn't. I looked like Nicole Kidman from the AMC commercials. I had
Oh.
a bedazzled.
That's lovely.
It was really kind. It was really cool. It was like powder blue. Do you guys like weddings? Do you have fun at weddings?
Nope.
I just went to one on Monday. You don't like them?
I just certainly don't.
Really?
What did you not like about it?
Everything.
Have you ever officiated one?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
A fake one,
Oh.
like on TV.
Okay.
Oh.
Work.
So no.
So no. No, but I played an officiator. So that's
Oh.
something.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I did. I did in England.
So if you played a heart surgeon, would you say that you've done a heart surgery? You fucking faggot. Just a liar.
it's close. It's at least adjacent.
Yeah.
you know.
I bet you've officiated.
No, I was a performer once at a wedding.
Oh, that's what I was too.
I was
Sorry.
I was the one of the grooms was gay, woke.
Mm.
And one of the grooms was a big fan, and so the other groom surprised them with me. I came out and sang time after time with my guitar and told some jokes, and they slow danced.
But isn't it always interesting when
cute.
you're the one groom is a huge fan, his family don't feature you, and nor do any other
Yes.
person at that wedding. It's
I love
awkward.
that.
Do you know
I
what
won't
mean?
be sitting like at the wedding and eating. So I stayed away in a room alone, came out, did my thing, and left. And it was
You didn't
okay.
eat?
It was okay pay, but then I found out they were the heir to a certain huge company. I said I should ask for more.
Yeah.
Should've
Whatever they
twisted the
offer
knife.
you 4 times.
Yeah.
Weddings are
always.
expensive. Plus, when you put wedding in front of
Girl.
anything,
Yeah, and if they're choosing a drag queen, that is the most frivolous expenditure.
Right.
You better just like
You better pay that
ransack their
bitch.
checking
Yeah.
account.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't know if they're on a budget. Like there will be no wedding cake, but we do have, Jasmine Masters here.
It's like, oh well, thank God.
Doing,
Yeah.
doing a tight
Just
five.
as good. Just as good. Just as good. Oh my God.
You don't smell that breath, that shit in your mouth? People's moms like eating, mashed potatoes. Like,
You need to
What did you
douche.
have on the menu?
On my wedding,
Yeah.
I had Chili's cater it.
love.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Yes.
kidding.
Chili's the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. What was on the playlist? What
No,
did
the
DJ
country of
what did-
Chile.
We curated the playlist and we said we were like, before we hire you, I know your DJ's like, don't get
Yeah.
mad, but I was like, before we hire you, this is our wedding. The music is like super important to
Mambo
us.
number 5.
We just can't have
Venga Boys.
we
Gotta
just
have-
can't have the
That's very
Macarena.
helpful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I just don't want a straight guy. I was like, I don't want you playing like, get this party started. I was like, we're gonna play like fun.
Christina Milian.
Of course.
Dip it low.
Of course.
Yes.
You're hitting all the hit with all the hits.
I
You
think I'm-
still had the
yeah.
cha-cha slide.
Read you, wrote you. It was,
It's
everything-
actually Reg you wrote you.
Oh, excuse
Okay.
my mouth.
She is one of the publishers.
I just learned this, like literally, like probably 2 months ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Wow.
love that.
But we told the DJ, these you have to play these
Yeah,
songs,
yeah.
and then
ABBA?
he deviated.
Oh, he
We had some ABBA
deviated.
for like the aunts and moms, yeah,
Okay.
and for us.
When I've done private events, it really helps me. There's one gal I've done events for her, and her team sends basically a Spotify list of play these exact songs.
Do you like that or
Makes
not?
it pretty easy for you.
I do because
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
they're gonna
easy.
love this.
Right?
Mm.
You know what they like.
And also,
Yeah.
it gives you an indication of what else they might like.
That's the thing too. You
Yeah.
get a vibe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you hate
Yeah.
when people request though, or people probably don't do that to
They
you?
can do whatever they want, but that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
Well, what did
I'm
you
not
think?
playing it.
Well, what did you think about Kathy Hilton? Her whole debacle 2 seasons ago when she called the DJ an old faggot for not playing her song.
Well,
I'm on her side.
I think that a request is a request, and
It
if you
doesn't need to be
expect
honored.
it to be honored,
She says
it's not a
everybody does it
request.
You're
for her.
presumptuous. Yeah, it's a demand.
it's a demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you do is you also, even if you ask really nicely.
But I would love it if Kathy
Also-
Hilton called me an old faggot.
Me too.
You ask and then you say, well, what about George Washington? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
you bribe.
George
Right.
Washington would
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
love Mambo number 5.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln would adore it if you played, you know what I mean? You've got to tip him.
That is the vibe.
Yes.
Whenever requesting anything, when I was a waiter, I will never forget these like Upper West Side assholes came in from biking, stinking, smelling, and they were like, "Can you make the pancakes with strawberry pancake batter?" I was like, "What?" I was like,
What?
"Do you know what's happening?" I said, "No."
I get
I was like,
Nesquik?
It was a wine bar. First of all, I was like, "You're lucky we even have eggs. Like, this is crazy." And they were like, "Oh, you don't have it? I think they have it at the bodega down the street. Would you mind?" I swear to God.
That's like Devil Wears Prada. Like I want the new unreleased Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
Bound
But
for my-
really wanting a strawberry.
You know what I feel like is that person needs to just march their stinky ass back home and make it themselves.
That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to say.
should pop
yeah.
their
Well, why don't you go to
tires.
that bodega, buy it, and then go back to your flop house, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I should have had you there with me.
Now, what's the horny airport food? Because we have favorites.
Chili. I'm all about chilies everywhere I go. I like to have consistent diarrhea,
Um,
but I really do love it. I'm joking, but I love.
Well,
Chili's.
what's your favorite? Like, if you top three favorite dishes at Chili's? Because I'm not
the
Nothing's
skillet queso is fucking incredible.
okay.
It's like really some of the best you'll ever have.
Okay.
The
And it's good because wherever you go, there you are at a Chili's, right?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much like,
is always the same.
Yeah.
I feel
never
God in
really
this
been.
Chili's tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really been to a Chili's.
What about Applebee's? Is it comparable?
Love Applebee's. I've got an
No,
Applebee's
no.
gift card in my jacket.
Okay. What
Good.
about TGI
Panera.
Friday with all the flair?
TGI
Oh,
Friday.
I
is-
worked
feel
there.
like- did you?
Yeah, I worked there, got fired. And I got hit by a car on my way to work once there.
I lost my virginity. I lost my virginity to the
Oh, you don't
salad
wanna hear
bar
that
boy.
story?
No, I lost my virginity to the salad bar boy at Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday.
I worked at Ruby Tuesday.
You know, you guys are more high class than us. We love Dunkin'
Dunkin'.
at the airport, and we love
Yeah.
we like Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah,
Love
Starbucks. But
Starbucks.
also
What's
Wetzels,
Auntie
Aunties.
Anne's
Yeah.
pretzels.
Oh fuck!
We
Love
had,
those
dog
we were
pretzels.
on,
Cinnamon sugar.
was that flop airline? United. Fucking horrible. Piece of shit airline. They were, and we get the great fortune of traveling business class usually. That meal.
Usually.
Yeah, sometimes.
When
I
are you
s-
flying coach, bitch?
No. I'm saying sometimes no, yeah, that's right. I haven't. But anyways, So
We're in
but
an
the
RV.
meal that they, I don't know, you didn't eat it because you're vegetarian. The meal that they brought out, it was a breakfast type of meal. It was the shittiest fucking thing I've ever tried to eat in my life. It was the shittiest fucking thing I've ever tried to eat in my life.
More than an ass.
You
More
got to
than
be
that.
smarter than the plane. Sometimes you have to think like, all right.
Mhm.
Honestly, on planes, the vegetarian meal's the move because they're not serving you chicken from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
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 You know, like vegetables can sit, not be weird.
Well, I
Yeah.
fly Spirit, and they give you a cup of noodles for $3.50.
They do.
Yes.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
That sounds better.
It's actually a deal.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
I thought that was the airline that charged you to like
It is.
Yeah.
they hit you
They hit.
and then
Yeah.
they charge you for it.
Exactly.
They offer nothing.
The pilot kicks you in the nuts.
Yeah, like that'll be $18.
And he's ugly. It's the whole thing's a real bummer.
Well, she said the other day, she was like, United? United with what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
the-
Horrible.
They really are
Rotten.
all bad though.
0 out of 10. No, they're not.
Well,
I don't know.
I love Spirit.
You
I'll
do?
defend Delta till the day I die. I
Yeah,
think
Delta.
Delta's the best.
Also,
of
have
the
best meal of my life on JetBlue Mint.
yeah,
Johnny.
JetBlue will fuck
Horny.
you up.
That breakfast fucked. I mean, I still think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still think about
Have you
it.
guys ever had heterosexual flight attendants? It's so off-putting.
It's so scary. It's
Very.
bizarre.
You know what? It gives that like movie like a Face Off or something. You know, like when when they're
Nicholas
when they're
Cage?
yeah,
Yes.
like when they're
John
like
Travolta?
pretending. There's something evil lurking underneath that.
It
I don't
feels
trust
like
it.
Yes.
white chicks
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It feels
it really
like,
does.
grandmother, what big eyes you have. It's like so weird.
Hello, fellow children. How are you
I
doing? Yeah.
know.
It's it's very suspicious.
I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
I don't
Yeah.
believe it either. There's
Well,
something.
I didn't believe in lady pilots until recently.
You didn't believe they existed.
No,
I've
I-
only seen a
I
few in
believe
my
they
life.
existed, but I was like, my friend David was like, yeah, I see them all the time. I was like, you're full of shit. And then I really paid attention.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that there were quite a bit.
Well,
Yeah.
the Southwest flight where the woman got sucked out the window, that was with a female pilot.
Is that with the baby?
Was that when the kid's shirt got torn off?
Yes.
We talked
Oh,
about that a
pedo
lot.
pilot.
That's the Boeing as
Yeah.
a pedo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
all
Bo-
yeah.
The Boeing ripped one shirt off one person and it was a kid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I smell.
Eeny,
a
meeny,
little-
miny, mo. Like, come on.
Love that.
Perville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's a pedo.
What do you
these
think
days.
about the gays going in the bathroom on the plane and
Well-
taking pictures of themselves for
Oh.
hours?
Excuse me.
Yes.
What?
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
I
for
saw
Twitter and such.
I saw someone who posted a shirtless photo of himself in the bathroom of the plane, and he's like, paying for my flight right now.
Baby, unless you're
Get
Jennifer
out.
Aniston on an Emirates flight taking a shower, I don't
With the
buy
smart
it.
water.
I don't buy it.
Get out of there.
I don't buy it. Who's got the room?
Also, you're going in there usually like half hard. I'm like, so what? You're sitting next to someone's auntie fully chubbed, you fucking
Yeah.
weirdo.
Weirdo.
I can't even fit in an airport bathroom. How are people doing it?
I don't.
get it.
One time I was knocking on the door on this gay for the. I was like, I am about to piss my pants if
Oh,
you
that's
don't get out of there.
horrible.
And I know he was doing that.
A lot of people tell me they like to jack off on planes.
There's not
What?
enough time or space.
There's a whole section of the internet that's
I
videos
love-
of that.
I thought
Yeah.
the Mile High Club was a fiction, a myth.
I did hook up with someone on a plane one time.
In the bathroom, though?
No.
How?
No.
What, next to?
blanket.
If this is your husband, it doesn't
Blanket?
count.
I
wasn't my
do
husband.
think sometimes, like, I know cruising is an important part of gay history and it was thrust upon us because we had to secretly have sex.
Yeah.
But I do think if you're cold, they're cold, bring them inside. Like, we don't need to be having sex on the plane publicly anymore. Like, go to
No.
bed, bitch.
No, suck dick with a flight attendant in the bathroom of the terminal like a normal
No,
person.
in that little lounge where they play jazz.
Oh, what airports are you going to, girl?
Yeah,
No,
what
but-
is this Delta
No,
lounge?
like the little, you know, those crazy big planes that have a little lounge where they play jazz.
Oh, Emirates.
Yeah.
One time I was flying to Dubai. Dubai. And there was an area of the plane that was like a little nightclub.
It's a little mixing, like a little watering
That's
hole.
insane.
Me and
I mean-
Fina Barbital sitting there being like, do we dance?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what-
so
what
bizarre.
happens?
What is
It's so
Dubai
bizarre.
like?
Great for gay people.
Yeah.
That's what
Sounds
I heard.
like it.
well, you can
Sounds like
smoke
it.
at the airport.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great country for women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
Nice.
really forward thinking. Very.
Drugs.
I don't think so, actually. Isn't it like a dry?
The
Yeah.
dry county.
Dry county.
The dry county. Can I
Dry-
ask?
dry
You guys are
campus.
professional gay travelers now. All these places you've
Oh, yeah.
been, where's on like the dream wish list if you get to go travel now next time?
We
Russia.
really want to go to Australia.
Yes.
We've
Nice.
never
You've
been.
never been to Australia?
No.
Oh, okay, you'll love it.
Yeah.
It is, for all the drama, we complain a lot.
Oh, it's,
Last time I was there, I was like, this is amazing.
it's
Is
also very
it-
accessible to like English speakers. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
like it's you're flying around the world and everybody speaks English. It's wonderful.
I really love the Real Housewives of Melbourne. And
Oh,
I just really want to meet them there.
okay.
So that's my
Sure you
thing.
could.
Yeah.
This could be huge for you.
This could be
Yeah.
huge.
It could be
for him.
major. Major.
And there's some really hot guys there.
See,
hot.
sounds
The
like
hottest guys are Australian. Hello, did you see Steve Irwin's kid with the snake?
what?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did a photo shoot in his underwear
Naked?
with snakes. And
Ooh.
now he's on Dancing with the Stars.
Thank
Damn.
God.
Wow.
I did see a video of a pastor at one of those strychnine drinking and snake handling churches. He got bit on the head by a rattlesnake, bleeding everywhere. Had to go to the hospital.
Oh.
It was
Do you
fierce.
live?
It's fierce. I think he died.
They're not supposed to go to the
I think he
hospital
died.
because, right? They're not supposed to
think
go to
he
the
died.
hospital. They're supposed to stay bit, and if you survive, then you're fierce.
Yeah.
Okay.
God loves you.
God
Yeah.
loves you, but if you die, you were sinful. You had a demon in
Oh,
you.
That's
But as he
real?
was getting like,
Oh, yes.
as he was getting like, carried out, people were like, like doing the speaking tongues at him.
Aren't you supposed to get peed on?
That's
Oh.
a jellyfish, babe.
That's
That's a
Well,
jellyfish.
jellyfish
But
venom.
why
venom.
can't
You're just always trying to get peed
You're just
on.
trying to-
That's a different thing.
I would love to get peed
Michael's
on.
standing around while someone gets bit. I heard that you're
I
supposed
was
to
gonna
pee on
get peed on.
someone. I don't know. But
I
if
don't
you
know.
If
It's
you don't
a
want to get
little
peed on,
weird.
I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did drink a gallon of water.
Have you ever been peed on?
It's my dream.
What?
Oh.
Yes.
You
I
can't find
suggest
somebody
doing
in
it in the
LA.
shower.
Nobody will do it.
Do
to
it
You've
in
me.
the
never been peed on for
Never
real?
been peed on.
Mm.
Have you?
I have. I loved it.
You can't find someone in LA to pee on you. It's hard
This
to find
is
someone to
my
not pee on
pitch.
you. Here.
Thank you.
This is my pitch to please pee
Yeah.
on me.
You got a bladder full of piss?
I'm your girl.
Yeah.
Can I go back to the RV? What's the rose and the thorn of the RV life?
Vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, I know. Literally, I thought I was truly so scared that I was going to hit someone or something. It was the thing is way too big. We drove through the streets of New Orleans, and Michael kept being like, "Slow down! Oh, watch out for that over there!" And I
You're
was
too
like,
far to the right.
"Shut the fuck up, unless you want to drive." And I had already hit the garage at this point. I mean, when
How could
they,
you not?
They catch it on camera. It is. When you watch me drive into this garage, you're gonna be like, "One, what a stupid bitch."
It's hysterical because I'm literally like, I don't think you're supposed to.
And right before that, I was like, the producer was like, turn the RV around. We got to get to a different spot. I was like, okay. And I turned to Michael and I was like, you're never going to see anything so smooth in your life. And then I run it directly into the garage.
And then
Love that
and
shit.
we have footage of it literally from the outside hitting the garage. And
And then I
it
cried.
looks almost slow mo.
It really does.
Slowly
I'm
moving.
moving so slow, but you don't think about how high it hits
Yeah.
the top. It
Yeah.
knocks the top off.
Clearance.
But
Gotta
yeah,
have
our
clearance.
producer got on the roof and screamed.
And he's like, fuck. I was like, I am gonna kill myself. This is
I was chilling.
yeah. He's having a great time.
I
That
loved
was
it.
the
You're in the back
thorn.
painting your nails. I don't know what you guys
Exactly.
are doing.
And you really don't need another license. You can just anybody with a regular license
Not
can drive
in
anything.
America.
America.
Oh, okay.
Because Class ARVs, which are the really big ones, you need a
Yeah.
special license.
Like the ones that Will Smith gets, like the trailers with the extend.
I
and,
want
like-
whatever he does.
But Class C, which is like when people have camper vans, sprinter vans, you don't need one for that, obviously.
Oh.
I know too much.
What was the rose for you?
Rose, I mean, so much storage in an RV.
It's a lot of snacks.
Lot of
Hoarder's paradise.
snacks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I ate so many snacks.
Well, I'm really proud of you guys for going out there and doing it.
What would you say is if you had to identify a city in the United States as the least gay friendly, what would you say?
Dallas, Texas.
LA.
Really?
Yeah.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, honey.
So in Dallas, Texas, you couldn't
For real.
you couldn't go film in the park in Dallas, Texas, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, like
It's hard.
homophobia wise, I guess, but it's more just like those places. I used to have a mullet until like 2 days ago. And those places when you're like, I don't know, doing something.
I say Florida, Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was some fun gay stuff there, but as a whole, I think that we were looked at as like a little bit like Martians.
Freaks.
Yeah.
That's the catch-22 of Florida. Is
Panama
that
City Beach,
in
mama.
some ways, Florida's
Blow it off
so
the map.
gay.
Yeah.
Right.
And in some ways, it's so
So not.
scary
Yeah.
to be gay.
I got
Mhm.
trapped there during 4th of July at Panama City Beach for like 4 days straight.
Oh,
That was like a hell on earth.
yeah.
PC.
no.
You guys been to PCB?
No.
Oh, it's rotten. It's where Alabamans go for spring break. It is
Same with
really
Pensacola.
disgusting.
Pensacola was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floribama Shore.
Yeah, just not a lot of brain cells or things going on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of brown teeth.
But we
Well-
met some Blue Angels.
What's that?
They are like pilots that are just showmen.
Hot
Yeah.
pilots, like military
what?
pilots.
Yeah.
They do like the flight show.
No
Yeah, they're not
way.
doing
like
it-
like Top Gun.
Yes.
Yeah, like Top Gun.
Cool.
And they were
Wow.
hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any ladies?
No.
So much pussy.
No.
Oh my God. Check out Wish You Were Queer on OUTtv starring the incomparable homosexuals to the left of me.
May
Yes.
22nd.
May 22nd, LTV, baby. And we're on tour.
Yeah, come see us on
see
tour.
us on tour.
Okay, you faggots.
Thank you.
And I don't want to be corny either, but you listen, in this America we're in right now, just even if you're not interested in TV, just turn on the channel and let
Please.
it play.
Thank
Please.
you.
Okay.
They need the ratings are essential.
Let-
Ratings.
Put it in the background.
Yeah. We need
Hate watch it.
Hey,
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
Tell us how
Like,
much you don't
fuck,
like
yeah.
it.
Yes. Get limp to it.
You need it. Yeah. Are you too turned on? Need a boner break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Head
you-
over.
Too much Trimix.
Yeah, yeah.
Need to get soft. Watch Wish You Were Queer May
You got-
22nd.
You guys are like visual nasal spray.
Yes, we are just like the Afrin.
Would you go on an RV tour with me?
No.
There you go. Bye.